Ladies and gentlemen, the rematch that you've all been waiting for. I am the voice of Rumble Wrestling, Aaron Dixon. Oh boy, we're off to a fly here. It's Jumping Joe Lando, the European champion, challenging for Nino Bryant's lightweight Mount Mason British lightweight championship. And he almost got him right there. This is, of course, traditional British rounds rules, as you will know. All you historians, all you fact checkers out there who love to give me a hard time on the internet. And I absolutely love it because I learn more off of you guys every single day. Will know, of course, the Lord Mount Evans rules established in 1947. British rounds, 8 rounds, 3 minutes apiece.
Hey, come on, bring him out the corner, come on. Break the hold.
And this match, which caused such a stir back in Ditton Community Centre when Joe Lando actually won the contest, won the lightweight championship, but forfeited the contest due to Nino Bryant not being able to continue, which is why he lost the third and most important fall. Of course, it is 2 falls, the first 2 falls by a pinfall submission or a count out or even a disqualification, which frankly we don't want none of that here. This is as pure as gets. But Joe Lando and Nino Bryant, very much so the 2 perennial high-flying experts in British professional wrestling and also the lightweights. Nino Bryant picking up a little bit of weight coming into this contest. Of course, the weight limit, of course, is 11 stone. Joe Lando right at the limit at 10 stone and 10 pounds. And now both men looking to do exactly what they did in their first contest, feeling each other out, looking to gain the upper hand. But you got to think after that first contest, both men must have done their scouting reports. And they're boosted by the fact that they obviously have the corner mentalities of Heidi and Rebecca in each individual's corner, of course, supporting these young men, making sure that their hydration needs are met. And of course, corner men like Stephen Barker, for instance, a wonderful MC who has been at this game for many a decade and still in his prime when it comes to the excellence of professional wrestling. He can tell you everything you need to know about cornermen, and so can, of course, our dearly beloved and now departed friend Brian Dixon, the godfather of British professional wrestling. And what a great tribute, as we sadly lost Brian just recently. And he would be extremely proud and extremely happy of this kind of contest. This is a tribute to true great British professional wrestling. 2 of the best young talents in the world of professional wrestling. That's the end of round 1.
That's the end of the first round.
Joe Lando there with his corner girl Heidi, and of course Nino Bryant with Rebecca as well. The same corner girls that they had in Ditton Community Centre. And that, of course, can pay dividends. Of course, these young ladies would have scouted the competition. They would have looked at the tape from last time round, as will both of these men. At the end of the day, it comes down to a great mentality. It comes down to stamina as well. Who's willing to go the distance? Because it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go 8 rounds. It might do. It did last time round. We have no guarantee it will this time, however. Joe Lando with a textbook headlock there, looking to control Nino Bryant, looking to apply that extra bit of weight, that extra bit of muscle mass on Nino Bryant. But what Joe Lando and Nino Bryant can do in this ring beggars belief, frankly. A beautiful sunset flip. Rolls over Joe Lando, or counters into a pinfall attempt of his own. And again, go back and forth. Matt Wilson getting his cardio in early here in the beginning of the second round. And again, coming through again. Joe Lando. Oh, he looks to tuck the head of Nino Bryant. Beautiful technique there. Locks the arms, and now straight back over goes Joe Lando. And oh my God, and Joe Lando just like that at the beginning of the second round goes 1-0 up in this British rounds match for the lightweight championship. And Nino Bryant's face.
That's the first fall of this contest to the challenger, Joe Lando.
Nino Bryant's face tells a story like no other. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, this video must be worth 1,000,000, because Nino Bryant's face there, the absolute abject shock in his face.
Second round 3.
Joe's corner girl, Heidi, looking extremely happy with herself right now, and obviously she would be supporting this young man. working alongside Joe Lando. Don't underestimate the value, of course, of these corner girls as well. They can drum up the energy and the passion of the audience that can truly help these young fighters bring extra levels to their game. And now Nino Bryant, there's a sense of urgency here. He has to be careful though, he can't be too frantic. Joe Lando has a 1-0 lead. And of course, that means if Joe Lando picks up the next fall, he will be the new British lightweight champion. Beautiful hammerlock control there. Joe Lando knows he can take his time now. He can pick apart Nino Bryant, because if he picks up the second fall, by any means necessary, he will be the new Mal Mason British lightweight champion. Nino Bryant has to be aware of that. Has to be careful. One thing you love to see about these two young men, they aren't going to take shortcuts. They aren't going to bend the rules. They are going to give you an absolute clinic in professional wrestling. And that's what has made them two of the most likeable young men in all of British wrestling. Little cartwheel into the leg flip out there. Beautiful, just rolling over the technique into the Mahastral cradle by Joe Lando. Heidi, Joe's corner woman, looks on. And oh wow, look at the athleticism. Backflip into the basement dropkick. Just flattens Nino Bryant, who retreats into the corner. Joe Lando really feeling himself right now. Just posing, just giving Nino Bryant a nice little look there, as if to say, I got you. I got everything you got and more. And of course, there's Rebecca, Nino's corner girl. Of course, is wow. She looks pretty calm on the outside, but ultimately, no idea what's going on the inside. Must be some sort of nerves, must be some sort of worry for Nino Bryant, especially as his title reign looks to be in jeopardy, at least up to this point. Joe Lando, beautiful. Headlock control there, now just snapping off the suplex with relative ease. Floats over into the pinfall combination. Just a 2 count. But the longer it goes and the more of these pinfall attempts wear down, the more you've got to believe that Joe Lando is going to be in a position to become the new champion. And that chin lock, nothing fancy about that. Now just snap mirroring him over and a kick right to the shoulder blades. Looking to debilitate Nino. Joe Lando famously has quite a temperament. He normally has it well under control, but we have seen moments in matches where that temper flares, it fires out of him. We saw it a little bit with that European uppercut, but I tell you what, Joe Lando feeling himself once again. One of the close personal friends.
Come on, Nino. I put my money on you now, yeah, boy.
A young man in the audience apparently has put his money on Nino Bryant. I'm not sure how smart that bet is right now. Joe Lando looks to be hydrated and ready to go already. Joe Lando not really wanting to waste too much time. And oh, that's why he comes flying out of the blocks with a big boot right into the corner. And Nino Bryant caught almost unawares of a basement dropkick. Shotgun dropkick like mentality. Kips up. Oh yeah, he's feeling it now. He had a game plan in mind right there. He wanted to cut Nino Bryant off of the pass and not give him an opportunity to build any momentum. He's looking to end this. Rolls through into a cover. Just a 2 count. Joe Lando has had enough of the dance. And now he's interested in one thing, and that's becoming a double champion. He won't be the only double champion, of course. Tate Mayfair's currently holding the All Nations Championship and the Rumble Wrestling Championship. But Joe Lando could be European and lightweight champion when it's all said and done. Big, big, big back elbow. And tell what, that pinfall attempt, he's feeling cocky, he's feeling the swagger, he's feeling steezy. But the bottom line is that that cover wasn't deep enough, there wasn't enough body on body. And that gave Nino Bryant the opportunity to kick out. And could that have potentially cost him the potential of the second fall? We'll find out. Once again, just wearing down Nino Bryant. But as we've seen time and time again, at every single Rumble wrestling venture, Nino Bryant has an unstoppable level of passion and heart for this business. He will fight until death parts him from anything, including that lightweight championship. And now, wow, violence snaps off that big boot as Joe Lando. But again, Nino Bryant frantically knows he cannot allow Joe Lando to get on top of him, to get too much weight, to get too much of an advantage on him. to physically dominate, because then he will most likely lose. Oh my god, the inverted suplex. Nino was fighting hard not to catch himself, and everyone, oh wait a minute, Nino Bryant somehow counters and gets himself with a crucifix pin, cradles Joe Lando over and somehow ties this up out of nowhere.
That's the second period of this championship contest. It's an equaliser to champion Nino Bryant.
Nino Bryant, the champion, and that's why he is the lightweight champion. One for the piece. And now Nino Bryant, the momentum shifts, and he's talking to himself, talking to Rebecca as well. Stay focused. And now it's Nino Bryant who catches Joe Lando early in the round as we head into round 5. Ducks under again, and oh, Nino Bryant using every single bit at his disposal, and oh wow, beautiful cartwheel, it's a gorgeous cutter by Joe Lando. One of the great signature moves that brought him to the dance, that he's used with such beautiful effect, as he did when he captured the European Championship, believe it or not, off of Tate Mayfair's. He turned his back on one of Joe's close personal friends, Danny Black, back at Kemsley. And now with the lightweight championship hanging in the balance, both men look to be exhausted. There's been a lot of collisions here, a lot of incredible high impact maneuvers. A real advertisement for the lineage and the excellence of the lightweight championship, a belt that has been held by every great, from Steve Gray to Rollerball Mark Rocco, Jim Breaks. The names, the heritage, the history of this belt under the Lord Mount Evans rules that were established in 1947, the British Rounds rules that replaced the all-in rules that came before that. And now, Nino Bryant just firing up forearm after forearm after forearm. Just a platter of them. And oh wow, Joe Lando catches him coming in with a big boot. He was able to absorb a massive amount of punishment, and a Michinoku driver there. Just a 2 count, and oh.
Very, very kick out. Very kick out.
So Lando feeling something. Oh, look at the ease, the beauty in which he kicked up there, cartwheeled onto his feet. An absolute athletic specimen is Joe Lando, but is there a little bit of frustration starting to bear down on him here? Knowing that he hasn't been able to put Nino Bryant away. He got caught short. Nino Bryant leveled this contest at 1 apiece. It's essentially sudden death. Next 4 wins. But of course, if this goes the distance and it's still 1 apiece after 8 rounds, then Nino Bryant, the champion, will retain under the Lord Mount Evans rules of 1947. And now Joe Lando with the European uppercuts in the corner. Joe Lando, not entirely sure how sincere he was in looking to gain some traction from the audience there. I think he's more focused on winning this championship. Rightfully so, it has to be said. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of pay that comes with being the lightweight champion of Britain. The historical value, the notoriety that comes with it, being added to that list of incredible champions. And wow, Nino Bryant being whipped from pillar to post, and as the round ends, Nino Bryant finds himself on the outside. And with only a number of seconds at the end of round 5 that you have before round 6 begins, Nino Bryant in serious trouble here, and that's what a great corner girl does. Rebecca there lifting Nino back to his feet, helping out this young man, looking to help him regain his composure. But it's Joe Lando who looks to have relative ease right now. Nino looks to be completely out on his feet. Young man could have a concussion, could have any number of things, and Nino Bryant, as his round begins, and oh no, that's not a good sign, is it? And Joe Lando knows that. Not going to fire this crowd up a little bit. Wants Nino Bryant at his best. Doesn't want to win this match in the same manner he did last time when Nino Bryant picked up an injury during the match, which is why Joe Lando forfeited the chance to be double champion. It's very admirable. But ultimately, this is a business predicated on gold, predicated on the straps, the belts, that we cherish. And Rebecca looking to bring some heart and desire, some fight out of this audience to help Nino Bryant recover. And Nino Bryant able to skip out a beautiful Pele kick, catches Joe coming in. You gotta think all of that energy that Rebecca has built into this audience to help the man that she's the corner girl for, that seems to have paid dividends. And now Nino Bryant looking to fight his way back into this, floating off the shoulders of Joe Lando, ducks the clothesline. Again, ducks under and goes into a waistlock. And oh, Joe Lando catches him coming in, looking for another beautiful suplex. But Nino Bryant floats over and oh wow, gorgeous standing drop kick. Daniel Bryan-esque there, beautiful. And he counters, springs off the ropes, coming off again into a Claymore kick. That has won him so many contests. Is it going to win him the lightweight championship or at least retain it? No, it's not. And oh man, you can hear the frustration, the energy just bursting out of Nino Bryant. This young man, as he grows and grows, the frustration builds. There's a reason that these matches are what they are, that they bring so much level of energy and character out of you. These truly are the ultimate marathon, the test of how great a professional wrestler you are. Then there is nothing quite like British rounds to truly test the mettle of your fundamentals, your technical ability, and nothing technical about that. Just a violent Irish whip in the corner, and now he's going to whip Joe Lando for a pillar to post and wear him down. Nino Bryant looks to have had enough, and that infamous temper that we very rarely see from him starting to flare up and show its eyes in the storm of this lightweight championship contest. Nino Bryant, can he dispatch Joe Lando, who comes out beautifully and catches him a roundhouse kick, and now looking for a suplex, maybe a stalling brain buster. Joe Lando able to use his weight to regain his footing, and now both men, again I think Nino looking for that brain buster. Again, oh, he's counting. It's a roll through. He's close to the ropes, but he's away from them, and it's just a 2 count for the small package. And now Nino catches Joe again coming in, just shoulder blocking him into the corner. Nothing fancy about this offense. Whatever it takes, it's fight or flight, and the round ends. And man, the energy expended in round 6 was astonishing. Now, Joe Lando not interested in water from Heidi, not interested in any kind of break.
Not wasting time, brother. Come on.
He just wants to get going.
2 rounds to go, seconds away, round 7.
Round 7, and now, oh boy, look at the fire. Both of these men, absolutely nothing wasted. You know what? Let's get this done. Joe Lando has goaded Nino into a fight, which he's more than happy to accept. And now both men are going to trade. Sunset flip goes over, but Joe counters, sits down into the cover. Could have caught Nino Bryant there. Looks for the super kick, but Nino ducks under, and a Torpedo Moscow, a flying headbutt right into the chin of Joe Lando. And now, is it Nino's time as he looks for that tornado DDT, but Joe counters, flips him inside out, and a super kick right on the chin. Joe Lando looks to build, and a super kick of his own from Nino Bryant, and a big boot from Joe Lando. Beautiful Pele kick from Nino Bryant, and the handstancer from Joe Lando flattens Nino Bryant. And are we closing in on a new British lightweight champion? Joe Lando likes to think so, but Nino counters into a brain buster and floats right through. Is he looking for that tornado DDT? Absolutely spikes Joe on his head. That was a nasty collision. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. Nino Bryant retains the Mel Mason British Lightweight Championship in another instant classic.
And still British Lightweight Champion Nino